Halo Halo, I'm Karaniba with your daily dose of all things entertaining from Asia to Hollywood and everything in between. Today, I am excited and proud to be among the company of our guests. They have a film titled The Road coming out in select theaters this week, and it is the first Filipino film that is being streamed mainstream. And today, joining me is the writers Aloy and director Yam, and the stars, the beautiful stars, Rhian and Derrick.
Yay.
Now, thank you guys for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're so happy to be here.
I'm so glad that you guys took the time to come down. Now, Yam, tell me, how did this distribution come about?
Oh, yeah. After we released the film in the Philippines around November 30th last year, I've had calls from distributors here in the U.S.
Right.
I've made a film already one time here in LA. It's called The Echo, and I kind of like had some contacts made.
Right.
Finally, the GMA Films with Annette Goza and Abragar, the producer, we talked to them and we agreed of pretty good deal with freestyle releasing. So we're out right now because of freestyle releasing.
Thank God. Now, what do you think is it about The Road that's made it so popular? And
I think it's, horror is very universal. I think it's people's fetish. They want to get scared.
Oh yeah, always trying to find the best ways to get scared, right?
Aloy here would answer that one.
Yes.
Aloy. He wrote a lot of horror
I was going to
movies.
say, Aloy, you've written a lot of horror films.
Yeah.
How do you come up with something so scary?
Well, it's basically tap onto our basic fear of death. And you magnify that fear with when you put characters in like great relational dynamics with family or sisters, brother, people you love the most, and you fear for them also.
Yeah.
And you find a great milieu like The Road, and put them there, and just scare the hell out of them.
I was just telling Yam earlier that movies don't really scare me, horror films don't, but when I popped in The Road, I had to turn it off for a minute because I was like, it's so creepy.
Just take a little break.
Now tell us about your character, Rhian.
My character, her name is Lara. She's the older sister to she has a sister who's younger than her. And she's very protective over her. Now, one day they're driving down a road and their car breaks down. And when they ask for help from this very kind-looking, sweet boy, he agrees to help them.
Right.
And then they discover that was like the wrongest decision of their lives.
Oh, yeah. But then through that, I could see the relationship that you and your sister have, which is what Aloy was talking about, and the love in which you would do for her.
Well, that was the easy part, because in real life I do have a sister, except she's older than me. But I am very protective over her, so I just kind of put that into my sister's character.
Now, Derrick, tell us about your character.
My character's name is Brian. And we are from the present, because it's divided into three parts. Yeah, one from the present, the past, and the future. And I'm from the present, and I'm like the reason why we are stuck in that abandoned road. Yeah.
Because you're a bad influence?
Yeah, I persuaded them.
You're about to teach one of them how to drive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was no acting involved. Just being himself.
It's the wrong company to be with.
He's a good guy.
It's like so natural.
Was there any time filming where you were actually scared?
Most of the time.
Most of the time?
I think Derrick's part is a lot scarier than the one that Rhian did, because Rhian's role, or at least their sort of like their episode, is pretty much grounded, and the horror from their story is more on the reality of it, more than the fantasy, quote unquote, on Derrick's episode. And I think Rhian can tell more about why she felt so scared about the scenes, pretty much because it's real.
Well, Derrick Yam would put me in the creepiest situations where I would be sitting next to, this scary-looking figure, and it was just he would find ways for things to happen around you And there were scenes where we didn't need special effects because he would find ways to move things.
Without telling you, so that it would just...
Well, I would see it happen, and it would be like, you know, it would make my job so much easier because it was scary. But I did hear that the house that we shot in, people kept seeing stuff in it.
Oh gosh, you just getting
Yeah, personally I didn't, but because they would keep, like, let's say in our standby area, people would come in, I just saw this child, and it was, you know, they would tell us stories, and, you know, it would creep me out while we were on set. But it helped that there were so many of us.
Yes.
Well, the fun part is that it's funny to see burly man crew getting scared or running around, you know, getting freaked out. But I guess it added to the atmosphere, especially on the location where Derrick and the rest of the guys were in, because it's the actual road.
Yeah.
It's like nowhere, you know, like from nowhere. It's really that was creepy.
Now, Derrick, tell me, what was your most memorable moment filming?
I think when we were driving on the road, because I can't drive.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, it was like
Were you
pulled
really
by another
driving?
car.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was towed.
it's really memorable. I'm just controlling the.
Did you learn how to drive while you were filming then, or no? You just let them pull you?
Derrick, won't teach me because you know it's time consuming. Yeah.
Now, I hear that this is your first time in the U.S., right?
Yes.
Tell us your experience here.
So far it was great, and the people are so hospitable, and you know they are fun to be with.
Okay, and then...
In Knott's Berry Farm.
And not very okay. Did you ride a lot of rides?
Yeah.
How about you, Rhian? This isn't your first time, is it?
No, it's not my first time in the States, but it is my first time here in LA. And I've been having a lot of fun. I've been doing a bit of shopping.
Yes.
And it's so nice that I bump into Filipinos all the time. So it still gives, you know, people still talk to you in
stop you,
Tagalog.
yeah.
And they're like, sometimes you bump into people and they're like, let's say if you're trying to enter somewhere and they're like, sige, pasok. I'm like, did he just talk to me in Tagalog? How does he know? You know, it's so much fun to just find Filipinos everywhere.
Yes, we are everywhere. And speaking of which, your film is being released in Los Angeles. So what theaters, where can we go?
Well, in LA, we have the Chinese Six. We have theaters in Burbank. We have theaters in Long Beach.
Right.
We're all over LA. But not just LA. We are in about 25 markets all over the U.S. That's about totaling to about 50 mainstream theaters. And hopefully people will, you know, will come and watch the film.
I'm sure they will. It was such a scary film. It was very well written, well acted. Thank you guys so much for stopping by.
Thank
you. And for more information on the road, where can we go?
Yes, go to www.nobodyleavestheroad.com, and we're on Facebook and Twitter.
Yes, nobodyleavestheroad.com. And for more on Halo Halo, you can check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/HaloHaloTV. We will see you later.